Welcome to a multi-store grocery haul. It is a long weekend here in Canada, and I'm going to take advantage of some of the sales. There's a lot of great produce on sale, and there's a lot of items for the upcoming summer season that I'm going to take advantage of. So I started off at No Frills, and then I stopped at a garden center to get a few more hanging baskets. I got another Boston fern, and I saw these, and I love the yellow, the white, and the little pop of red. I am a sucker for hanging baskets, but this is it. This is all that I'm gonna buy for this year. So let's get back to the grocery haul. My windows are open and the birds are chirping and it's a beautiful sound. So here in Canada, it is Victoria Day weekend. We call it the 2-4 weekend. It is the kickoff to summer. So there's a lot of really great sales. It's a 3-day weekend and it just feels like we're ready to enjoy all of the beautiful weather, even though it's supposed to rain all weekend. So you saw my list. I had a lot of sales, but anytime I go to No Frills, I always pick up a lot of other items because they have a lot of kind of in-store specials or, you know, lockdown prices. So I got these 10 bags of kettle cooked chips. It was $6. I just thought these were nice to have if you're having a barbecue sandwich. You know, you open up a bag, everybody has a little bit, it's good. And also at night if you want something. I also grabbed the Insider's Report. They always have a lot of great new products in the summertime that are kind of like different flavors. So I grabbed one of those to look at. Pineapple and cantaloupe, they were $2.99. I wanted those. I got iceberg lettuce. Steaks were on sale, so I just grabbed a package of T-bone. It was $17.16. I'm not a lover of T-bone, but my husband really likes them, and I just thought this would be nice to have in the freezer for a night that we want to have steaks, because when you go to buy them and they're not on sale, they are very expensive. Broccoli, this was actually something I had on a list at the other store for $3.99. But the Schneider's Red Hots, this is what I grew up with. It was the only hot dog my mom would buy. 2, 4, 6, 10 of them. There used to be 12. But it's always nice to have a pack of hot dogs in the freezer for quick, easy dinner or lunches. Just got some mini cucumbers. I thought these ones would be nicer just to cut up for salad, just because they're a little bit smaller. Just 1 zucchini. 2 romaine hearts, $3. I just decided to pick it up. Probably make some Caesar salad. Hoisin sauce, I was all out and it wasn't on the Walmart website to order for pickup. No Frills is the only place that sells the dark cold brew, so I picked that up. Mushrooms were $1.25. I got 2 of them. These Halifax-inspired Donair beef burgers. This is like East Coast of Canada. Donairs, they're amazing with the Donair sauce, and then you just get the burgers and the sauce, but you put like tomatoes, onions, and then you can get the bread that they use. I forget what it's called, but whenever I know we're gonna have them, I can just grab them. This milk was $4. I checked the date, they're good till August. My husband really likes the chocolate milk with less sugar and more protein, so this is a really great price. So there was 2 left and I grabbed them. These I really like to have, and see, if I go to do the Walmart pickup order and I want to get them, I'm paying full price, and I just checked, they're $12. So in at No Frills they were $7, so I thought that was a really good deal. I grabbed 3 of the chicken and 1 of the pork. There's 4 in each bag, and they're really good if we're having something our son doesn't like. I can throw them in the air fryer. They're just great even with a salad, just some potatoes, quick easy dinner if you don't have anything like thawed. I just like to have those things in my freezer. And then the last thing I picked up was popsicles. They were $2.75. They're on sale for $5 at Walmart, so this was a great price. They only had 2 flavors, so this is the triple treat, blue raspberry, strawberry, and grape. And then I decided to pick up the chocolate. I've never bought these before. We usually get banana, but I decided to get the chocolate because it reminded me of whenever I was a child, a very, very long time ago, and we'd go to the store and you could buy the popsicles, like you'd get 2 of them with the sticks, and they would be like 25 cents, but with tax you'd pay 27. So if you had a quarter and 2 pennies, you were good. And those were the 2 flavors I would usually get, was either chocolate or banana. So we always get banana. So now a little bit of chocolate, just kind of a throwback to my childhood, but every once in a while I like to have one of these at night when it's really hot, but our son loves to have popsicles. So this is everything that I got at No Frills. I had a dentist appointment and I was driving past Food Basics and I'm like, I'm gonna stop in because there's a few sales that I wanted to pick up. So on my list was the peppers, the hot dogs, the ice cream, and the milk. And I picked up these popcorners. There's 15 of them here. You get 5 of each: white cheddar, kettle corn, and sea salt. And then the Cheez-Its were also on for $2, so I got the sharp white cheddar and then the zesty cheddar ranch. Just for the summer, you know, we're having more snacky lunches, barbecues, little day trips, just packing those. So I got those. And then I also decided to get the turkey bacon. I just thought it'd be really good because I have a bunch of homemade pancakes and waffles in the freezer, and turkey bacon is just something different, so I picked that up. And then on my list I had the juicy jumbos. These are the big hot dogs, so these are 5. These were on for $4. So the hot dogs that I got earlier, I was gonna get them here, but they were $1 cheaper. But these were $5.99 at No Frills and then $3.99 at Food Basics. All of the peppers, I didn't realize it was the green peppers too. So these were all on for $1.88. I will definitely get more of these before the sale is over. We use a lot of peppers in the summertime, and we also freeze great. I got the Lactancia milk because it's $5 and the one I usually buy at Walmart is like almost $7 now. So it has more protein, less sugar. So I got one of the 2%. And then this ice cream was on for $6. Moose Tracks. Vanilla ice cream with peanut butter cups and famous Moose Tracks fudge. And then I saw this one, Grammy's Cupboard, cookie dough, brownies, and a peanut butter ripple swirled in our original vanilla ice cream. So these will go out into the freezer. And just, you know, on a hot day, you know, you want something nice after dinner or in the evening, and a nice little bowl of ice cream. So I did 2 stores today. You saw I got some produce. I got some things to put in the freezer, some things to put in the pantry. The focus was produce this week and to take advantage of some of those things that I can put in the freezer for quick, easy dinners for the summer season. So I thought I'd share a couple of dinners with all of you too. I have a can of coconut milk. I am going to just cook it with this Thai jasmine rice. Then this is my last chicken I have, skinless, boneless chicken thighs. Sorry if you don't like raw chicken. I put some of this sesame ginger crunch on it, and then my husband's going to barbecue it and put this hot honey barbecue sauce on, and that will be our protein for dinner. Our son does not like this dinner, so I have leftovers from the night before. I'm going to heat up for him. I have the rice going, and then I just cut up the broccoli that I bought this morning. I have a little bit of butter here, and then I just put the broccoli in. I'm going to put a little bit of that seasoning in here, and then I'm just going to saute it around, and then I add a little bit of water, a couple of tablespoons at a time until it's cooked nice. And here's the finished product. Nice green broccoli, a little bit of rice with a green onion chopped up. Chicken was delicious. I love when we can both cook dinner. I love doing things on the barbecue. I find there's less cleanup. And the great thing about this is that there was leftovers. I just put everything into a Pyrex container. Then 2 nights later, I cut up the chicken and I just heated everything up in a skillet. And then we had some tempura shrimp to go along with it. It was a substitute a couple of weeks ago, and it was an easy peasy dinner. And here is the last of the groceries. This was more kind of just the normal stuff from Walmart pickup. I did get a 24 case of Diet Coke, and I got these Oikos yogurt drinks. They're on for $2, and it's 24 grams of protein, no added sugar. They have 2 flavors. I got 4 of the strawberry banana and 4 of the mixed berry. It's just a nice, affordable kind of high protein for breakfast. Lots of times we pull out like homemade baked goods, like a muffin or banana bread, and then you pair that with the yogurt drink. It's really good. The souvlaki kebabs were on sale. I just got the chicken one. Usually I get chicken and pork, but I'm just going to see how much we use these. These are just really great for lunch, or if it's raining or quick, easy dinner, you can throw these in the air fryer, and then you can put them in a salad. you can put them in like a wrap. So I just thought these were good to have like one of these in the freezer. Dryer sheets, some toothpaste. I got a free sample of some orange pekoe tea. I just got some gravies because I have some things in the freezer that if it's a rainy day or something, so I got a roast gravy, chicken gravy, and then a couple of mushrooms. I did like meatballs with like mushroom gravy and it was so good. And I just thought these were good staples to have because even if it's a cold, rainy day, because we're gonna have them, it's just nice to have those things in the pantry to make like a comfort meal. I got this 4-pack of like brioche baguettes. I thought they would be good like for meatball subs or making like sandwiches for the weekend, and I could make them ahead of time and then just have them with veggies. I haven't gotten them before, but they are pre-cut and we really are happy with these buns. I get their Hamburg buns and they're the best ones that I get and they freeze really great. So I haven't tried them, but I'm looking forward to. Just got some pita crackers and some caramelized onion hummus. Just kind of feels like more summer weather. Also got some orzo just to make like a Mediterranean pasta salad. I got a small thing of Hellmann's. Holy smokes, I think this was $6. I thought it was going to be bigger. So I want to try like making macaroni salad again, and I think the mayonnaise is better to get like that flavor of the one that I usually buy compared to Miracle Whip. So I just got the small one, but if it works out, I'll probably end up getting a bigger one because it's a better deal. A couple of English cucumbers, carrots, celery, just kind of the staples. I took a chance with the berries because everything was crazy today with the long weekend, and the raspberries are on for $2.44 and their berries are on for I think $1.97. Raspberries perfect, Driscoll's, I've been very happy with that. And then the last time I got strawberries, these ones are a little bit smaller than the pound, but they're greenhouse grown in Ontario, and the last ones I got were beautiful. So I took a chance and I'm very happy with them. It was just easier than me going into the store. A couple of bags, red mini potatoes and the yellow mini potatoes. I just cut up the whole bag, do them in the air fryer, quick, easy, especially if you're doing something on the barbecue, and then it doesn't heat up the whole house either now that we're getting into the nicer weather. So I got chocolate milk and white milk already. I just had to get orange juice, coffee cream. Just got some of these maple leaf natural sausage. I really like these because I can just do them in the air fryer. And we have a bunch of pancakes and waffles that are homemade, and that will be perfect. So we're still having a nice homemade breakfast, but a little bit of helpers, and then with all the fruit. I got a white onion, a red onion, and a yellow onion. Just the onions I've been getting in the bags, the quality hasn't been good, so I'm just gonna try this and then probably get one of these like each week and see how that goes. And then I did get the big thing of the elbow macaroni just to have. We tried it with our son and he loved it, so I'm gonna try and recreate it and make a smaller batch using the real mayonnaise. And then I just got some Caesar dressing, just because it's that time of the year. I can easily toss up like salad instead of getting the salad kits because the lettuce is fresher. It's grown more closer to where we live. So I think it's time to switch from the salad kits into making our own salad. So not really a big stock up grocery. I would say this is a little bit more of what my normal weekly grocery haul would look like, but then I did a little bit of sales shopping at No Frills and Food Basics, and I think that's something I'll probably do like once a month. But I think getting back to just doing like a Walmart pickup is going to work a lot for this summer. I quickly went out and just kind of reorganized our freezer that we got from Costco, and I just did all of my inventory here. I do have a 4-part food organization series that talks more about my pantry, my fridge, and my freezer. So I have it kind of in the shelves. So I have frozen pizza up top, some homemade things that I made, and then some of the stuff that I got yesterday and today, and then I had a stuffed chicken thing I bought at Christmas time that I'm going to use up quick, and then I have my poultry, my beef, and my pork, so I know exactly what I have. And then in our fridge freezer in the kitchen, this is more convenient stuff. So tempura shrimp, that was a substitute I got from Walmart. Those Marco Angelo, like these marinated chicken, if I would have been better organized, I wouldn't have bought them, but I have them. I'm going to give them a try. I have some fish. We have our Costco burgers. chicken fries were on sale, so I grabbed a couple of boxes of those. And then the Costco breakfast hash and the Costco meatballs. I just think those are things that we don't really eat a lot of anymore, and I won't repurchase them. And then in the fridge, we have protein, we have lots of eggs, we have bacon, the natural sausage that I got, and then the sausage rounds. So I have the bread, pancakes, waffles, and that to go with some of these, and then all of the fresh fruit that I bought, and then the yogurt. And then I have a list of what I need to get. I have no skinless, boneless chicken breasts or skinless, boneless chicken thighs. I was going to get some today from Walmart, but I knew it wasn't the right time because I want to break them down properly and marinate them. So that is something that I would probably do on its own day and have everything ready. So I would bring the chicken home, marinate it, and then freeze it. I also want to look for some smaller steaks to grill, and that would be good for fajitas, or even for salads or sandwiches, just something that can be grilled and then I cut it and it's perfect. And I also do want to get some of the Costco pork chops because they're really perfect for barbecue season, and then I can marinate them. I also want to get just some convenient sausages like hot dogs. They're always nice to have in the summer. And then I need to keep an eye out for ribs because we usually do ribs on the barbecue once for Canada Day and then another time during the summer, and I try and get them when they are on for a really great price. So I'm organized, I know what I need to get so I can start watching for sale prices, and then I know what is in my big freezer that we have and then what is in our kitchen freezer. So I got a few things today just to kind of prepare for the summer, and I also know what I need to use up. It's Friday night. I try and do like takeout at home and make something kind of simple and easy that everybody would like. So I had some buns already that I'm going to use for the meatball subs I'm making, and I think this is a really good example of using staples that I try and have in my refrigerator and then also taking advantage of some sales. I got a great big bag of meatballs from Costco that I will not buy again. But it was one of those things that used to be something we ate regularly and now it's not. And I want to use them up to make more room in my freezer. So I usually buy salad kits, but we are at that time of the year where I will be making smaller little side salads. So the Parmesan Reggiano cheese, I got it a month or two ago. It was $4. I bought a couple of them. The bacon bits I get at Costco. Having that Caesar dressing in the fridge, I get a little bit of a higher quality one, and then a couple of spoonfuls of the bacon bits, mix it up. Cheaper than what the salad kits are that I usually get at Walmart. So I had half of a red pepper, half of a red onion that I used to make a salad, and this is what I'm going to use to top the meatball subs. I also have cheese that I got on sale, so I'm just going to shred some of this up. My husband and I are going to have the salad. Our son is going to have grapes to go along with the meatball subs, and I'm just using what I have, taking advantage of sales and kind of having it all come together for dinner. I find when I'm organized, I know what I have, I know what needs to be used up. I find it's a lot easier to get dinner on the table. I'm more motivated, and I just want to keep things really simple. I like to take advantage of barbecue season, having my husband help me. I used my air fryer to cook the meatballs. They turned out perfect. I could have heated up the marinara ahead of time, but I just wanted to, heat them up for a few minutes with the Rayo's marinara on the stovetop. That's kind of a staple for me. I know it's a higher end sauce, but I do find it's worth the little bit extra. So that's what I try and do. I try and save on some things and then have higher quality products too. So there's the meatballs with the Rayo. There's going to be some leftovers to have for lunch the next day for our son. So there is the meatballs, just putting 4 on each. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put the sauce here too. I don't want it too saucy that it's a great big mess, but then I'm just going to go ahead and put some of the vegetables on here and then the cheese. And I have the oven on broil. So that way I can just kind of toast up the top, melt the cheese a little bit. And while that's in the oven, I can kind of clean up and plate everything. And then the subs are done. I'm just going to put them on my cutting board and then cut them in half. And this was just a really quick Friday night dinner. Everybody enjoyed it. It was a pretty simple cleanup. I cleaned up a few things that I had, and then I also took advantage of some things that I got on sale. So it's not the fanciest dinner. It was kind of a quick thing that I threw together, but everybody ate it. There's our son. He had grapes. My husband and I had the salad. It was a very good dinner with a pretty easy cleanup, and that's always great on a Friday night. We might as well go to Costco too. It's been raining all weekend. Just wanted to get away for the day out of the house, so we're going to the city, and I always like to stop at Costco. I have a full video I will link down below about how I get organized for Costco. So I had some things that I wanted to look at, some things that I wanted to get, and some things I wasn't sure about. It was so busy because everything was closed Monday for the holiday. There's some things I wanted to stock up on for summer that we use a lot. I wanted to take advantage of some sales, and then there were some things I wanted to look at. So here is the haul. I'm very happy with everything that we got. It was a very cold, rainy day. So it's kind of funny that I bought a fan. I bought the Woozoo fan. I saw that it was on sale, and I know last year at Costco everybody was trying to get these, so I picked one up. There's supposed to be a nice powerful little fan, and there was a remote on it. So once I test it out, I will share the feedback with all of you. I don't really know a lot about it, but I wanted to get one, and if we don't like it, it's an easy return. Our son picked out these Doritos that were sriracha, and I know they were going to be way too hot, so we were able to switch them out for the nacho cheese. Raisin Bran was on sale. I think it was $8. I always like to get cereal there. It's a great price. We got vitamins. I got another of this honey hot barbecue sauce. This is really great for chicken. It's just easy. It has a little bit of kick to it, a very nice flavor, and it would be good for pork chops, really anything. Now I got 2 packages of these brioche buns. I really like these. I like that they are sold in packages of 4, and I think it's 8 something for 12 of these buns. Usually it's 4 something for 4 of them at the Walmart that I go, but we're going to use a lot of these in the summertime for burgers or for sandwiches. Usually I only need 4, but if I need more, it's always nice that I can bring in 2 packages. So I really like the quality of these buns, and I find when I freeze them, they stay nice and fresh. So like I said, this is one of those things where I like to spend a little bit more. I bought some buns that were on sale, and it just wasn't as good a quality. I also got the large container of the potato salad. It was a couple of dollars off. I haven't really made a lot of potato salads the last couple of years. I find it's a lot of work, and this is really good. And I also got the feta cheese. I love to have this in my refrigerator for the summer. It's just great for putting on salads, and I like the price of this. And there's bigger pieces, and then there's smaller pieces. The Built Puff bars are really good, the puff ones. These were on sale, and I wanted to take advantage of this sale, so I picked up a box of these. These are really good. I also went ahead and got this Old Spice Dragon Blast. It was on sale, and it says that this scent is only at Costco. I don't know if it's true, but this will go into like the cupboard in the bathroom. I just like to get body washes that have the pumps on them. Skinless, boneless chicken breasts were also $5 off a package, and I just wanted to have chicken. I'm not going to run around for all the sales and everything. I really want to get this into my freezer, so I will be doing a food prep. So I got 2 trays of this. I'm going to marinate some of them and keep some of them separate. So that will be in another video, and I'll show you how I get organized. I also got a tray of skinless, boneless chicken thighs, and then I also got a tray of their pork chops. This great big tray of pork chops was $20, and these are perfect for barbecue season. I really like the quality of these pork chops. And I got red grapes, the Welch's. That was a new brand. I usually don't see that, but they did have green and the cotton candy grapes. The cotton candy grapes didn't look very good, so I decided to pass on them, but I love the quality of their grapes at Costco. I say the membership is worth it just to get grapes. I also got a large container of peanut butter because we were almost out, and I did go ahead and get some yogurt that was on sale. I got these Oikos and the Activia. I think the Oikos was $13 and the Activia was 8 something. So they're all pretty good flavors other than the key lime, but we'll end up eating them, but it is a good price. And then I also got some sunscreen. It was a couple of dollars off, and I like to have the spray. I do want to try making my own yogurt, but for now I'm just going to go ahead and get these smaller ones until I figure out how to make yogurt, because I know I said that before. So anyways, this is everything that we got at Costco, and then I did get a few freezer items too. So this is what I got, these crispy sweet potato fries. I like to have these. They're really great to throw in the air fryer. I do find that they crisp up a little bit. There is instructions on the back how to do them in the air fryer. I think you do them at 360, but these are a great staple in the summertime. Hubby does the burgers. I get all the toppings, throw the fries in the air fryer, good to go. I also decided to try these bacon and cheese sous vide egg bites. I've heard really good reviews on them, and then the air fryer, that's the preferred way to do it. So once I try them, I'll give you feedback. We got this for dinner tonight. My husband picked it out, just chicken quesadillas. I wanted something quick and easy. They were okay. I don't think I would buy them again, but I was very happy to have these for dinner tonight. So you can do them in the microwave or the oven. I'm going to do them in the oven. They did well in the oven. They were really good. But they, I could have made them better, but it was quick and easy. And then I got the celebration cookies. These are a Canadian company, Leclerc, and these cookies are amazing for s'mores because they have the biscuit and then the chocolate, and then you just put a marshmallow in between. But these are ice cream sandwiches, but these are going to go in the freezer to enjoy on another day. They are a little bit smaller, but I think there's 20 of them in the box, but they will be enjoyed, but I'm going to put them out in the freezer so we can kind of enjoy them more on a treat as we get into the summer months. So just to recap, when I was making my list and I saw all the sales, I'm like, you know what? It's the start to summer. Let's take advantage of some of those sales that I can fill my freezer and take advantage of some of the sales that I saw in store. I'm very happy with it. I found like I got a good variety of everything, but my biggest focus was to get a lot of the produce that we use on a regular basis, and then to have those little staples like little snacks and, getting milk for a better price, especially peppers. That was a wonderful price. The Walmart pickup is really what I want to focus on moving forward. The fact that the raspberries and the strawberries have been really great with them picking them out saves me a lot of time, and that's what I want to focus on more. I was planning on going to Costco within the next 2 weeks, and I'm really glad that we went ahead and got it out of the way. I wanted the fan, I wanted the meat, I wanted the yogurt, some of the other items. Like, I feel like this was a really good kind of stock up to summer. So, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be sharing a lot more of meals and food prep for the next few months.